Mustaches are everywhere right now, but not every guy is actually pulling them off. Some guys look on point while others, let's be honest, look outdated, creepy, or like they're trying way too hard. So let's go over the 5 mustache styles blowing up right now. Which one actually works for your face and which ones you should probably avoid. Okay, mustache number 1, the Chevron mustache. These names sound tactical, so this is a style that's thick, full, and follows the natural curve of your upper lip, giving that strong, structured look. So it's a bit of a throwback to the 70s, made famous by the guys like Tom Selleck and Burt Reynolds. While it usually stays neatly trimmed above the lip, it's less about precision shaping and more about embracing that bold, masculine fullness. So who is this for? And basically, who should steer clear of it? Well, because of its density and strong presence, anyone with a round or oval face should know that this could make their face appear even wider or shorter than it actually is. Also know that if you got a square or chiseled jawline, this mustache is definitely going to emphasize those features, making your face look even sharper and more defined. With all that said, you can technically trim it down and make it less bulky, which would definitely help soften the look a bit. But you might find that by thinning it out too much, you actually lose the signature fullness and masculinity that makes the mustache stand out in the first place. With all that said, the big upside here is that the Chevron isn't really married to a single shape. It's based more on thickness and fullness, so if it doesn't suit your face, you can tweak it into something sleeker. A short Chevron, a painter's brush, or even a pencil mustache all give you a similar vibe, but with a more modern edge. There you go, the Chevron mustache. All right, facial hairstyle number 2 is the Beardstache. The Beardstache is definitely one of the more rugged styles on this list. It's essentially a thicker, prominent mustache paired with light stubble or a short beard. It's a perfect mix of clean and rugged. The Beardstache is all about keeping the mustache longer and fuller while maintaining shorter facial hair on the rest of the face, creating a distinct masculine look that highlights the upper lip and jawline. So who is this for and who should steer clear? Well, if you've got strong angular features, this is actually a great option, as the balance between the thick mustache and the light beard helps to enhance the definition and create a bold, masculine look. This can also work great if you're trying to emphasize your jawline and upper lip, as the heavier mustache naturally draws the eye upward while the light beard adds just enough texture to keep things balanced. If you have a rounder face shape, this look might actually add too much weight to your upper lip, making your face appear even shorter or fuller than it actually is. Some might think they can just let the beard grow out a bit more to balance out the fullness of the mustache, which could help add more structure to the face. But by doing that, you actually take away what makes the Beardstache unique, the contrast. If your beard gets too thick, it starts looking like a full beard with a strong mustache rather than a distinct, intentional look of a beard stash. At the end of the day, the Beardstache is for guys who want a rugged yet controlled look. It's a little more polished than a full beard, but still has the masculine edge. If it doesn't work for you, you can always adjust the length of the beard or mustache to tweak the balance. And if you want a completely different vibe, there are plenty of other styles to explore. Facial hairstyle number 3, the Petite Goatee. Wow, here we go. If you've been in the game for a while, probably heard some people say that a small shaped goatee isn't a real beard. But let's be honest, that's just outdated thinking. So here's the thing, despite what some people say, this style is actually gaining popularity fast. So who's wrong? The people dismissing it or the growing number of guys making this their signature look? All right, so the Petite Goatee is a small defined goatee that stays close to the chin and mouth area. It doesn't connect to the sideburns or extend heavily onto the jawline. The whole point of this style is precision and subtlety. The smaller contained shape is why this style works so well for some guys. But it also means that if you're trying to make your jawline look wider or more angular, this might not be the best choice for you. Now, if you have a shorter or rounder face shape, the Petite Goatee can actually help elongate your chin. And if your face is already on the longer or more narrow side, this style can actually make it appear even slimmer, which may not be the effect you're going for. Now, usually when I talk about facial hairstyles, I try to help guys pick one that works with their face shape instead of against it. But if your goal is to add width to your jawline, a connected beard might actually be the better move. And keep in mind, you can slightly extend the goatee or blend in some stubble to adjust the look, keeping the clean, precise style. But go too far and you'll lose that distinct goatee shape altogether. Facial hairstyle number 4, the Walrus Mustache. The Walrus Mustache is a throwback to a time when mustaches were big, bold, and unapologetically thick. This is really the perfect style for someone who wants a mustache with maximum presence. Something that feels classic but has a certain rugged charm. Most of the time, you'll see Walrus mustaches completely covering the upper lip, often extending slightly over the corners of the mouth, giving it that heavy, full body look. So who is this mustache for and who should steer clear? Because of its sheer thickness and volume, if you have a smaller face or finer facial features, this mustache can completely overwhelm your look. If you have dense facial hair and a strong jawline, this style works great because it enhances those rugged features while keeping a vintage, effortless, cool vibe. Now, some might think they can just trim it down a little to make it more wearable while still keeping that classic look. But if you go too short, you start losing the signature weight and fullness that gives this style its character. The Walrus mustache is best for guys who want a thick, classic mustache that makes a statement. If it's too much, you can always shape it into a short walrus or chevron for a more structural look. But if you got the hair and the confidence to pull it off, this mustache is pure character. Facial hair style number 5. The pencil mustache. Okay, before we go any further, yes, this mustache has a reputation, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. The pencil mustache is all about precision and minimalism. It's thin, sharply defined, and sits just above the upper lip. Unlike fuller mustaches, the goal here isn't thickness, but refinement and control. So who is this for and who should steer clear? If you want a mustache that's low on volume but high on sharpness, this is a solid choice. If you have high cheekbones or a chiseled jawline, the pencil mustache will enhance those features by drawing attention to them rather than covering them up with bulk. On the other hand, if your facial features are softer or more rounded, this style might not add enough contrast and could end up looking out of place rather than intentional. The pencil mustache is best for those who want a sharp, vintage-inspired look. But if you're going for that classic, high-fashion aesthetic, this is the mustache for you. Oh man, this is really something nobody's really saying out loud, but once you hear it, you won't be able to ignore it. And yeah, I already know some people are going to disagree with me, but here it goes. All these grooming trends and style names, they're completely misleading. And if I'm being honest, they can be dangerous for your confidence. Here we go. I see trends come and go. People chasing what's in and then ending up frustrated when it doesn't work for them. When I look up best beard styles or must-have haircuts for men, I see the same cycle. Trendy style takes over, gets hyped up, suddenly everyone thinks it's the best look for them. For example, let's take the Walrus mustache. Some people call it bold and classic, while others say it's over the top. So you might see it trending online, decide to grow one, but realize later that it overpowers your face shape rather than complementing it. Now, some people think barbers should know exactly what every trending style looks like and just get it right. But here's the thing. Every barber, stylist, and content creator describes styles differently. What one calls a beard stash might be just stubble with the mustache to someone else. So here's what's actually worked. Forget the trend names. Instead, focus on finding examples of styles that match your features, your grooming routine, and your confidence. Take those reference photos to your barber and explain what you like and don't like about them. That's how you're going to get a style that actually works for you. Knowing the top mustache trends is a great start, but even with the right style, small grooming mistakes can ruin your look, making your mustache feel awkward instead of confident. Now, I know some guys think they've got their mustache style figured out, but if you want to avoid common mistakes, check out this video right here, and I'll show you what to fix so your mustache actually enhances your look.